What is nihilism? Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that nothing you do truly matters. Not your job, not your dreams, not even your relationships. It all feels hollow, empty. That unsettling feeling, that deep void, touches on what philosophers have called nihilism. But nihilism is more than just a mood. It's a philosophical idea, a way of seeing the world, or rather not seeing anything at all. The word comes from the Latin nihil, meaning nothing. At its core, nihilism is the belief that life lacks inherent meaning, purpose, or value. Morality, an illusion, truth, subjective, progress, an empty idea. Nihilism strips away the comforting stories humanity has told itself, religion, tradition, ethics, and leaves behind a barren landscape. But where did this idea come from? To answer that, we must travel to 19th century Europe. The old world was changing. The Enlightenment had elevated reason and science, slowly dissolving the authority of the church. As people began to question God and traditional morality, a void emerged, and into that void stepped Friedrich Nietzsche. Nietzsche didn't invent nihilism, but he saw it more clearly than anyone else of his time. He warned, God is dead, not to celebrate, but to caution. He meant that belief in a divine moral order was fading, and without it, society risked collapsing into meaninglessness. He feared a world where people had no guiding values, no direction, just apathy, distraction, and despair. But Nietzsche didn't stop there. He asked, how can we move beyond nihilism? He proposed the idea of the Übermensch, a person who creates their own values, who finds meaning not from the outside world, but from within. To Nietzsche, nihilism was a challenge, a test. Would we crumble or would we rise? And this is where nihilism becomes complicated. There isn't just one kind. There's passive nihilism, the kind that gives up, that drifts through life believing nothing matters. It's the voice that says, why try? Why care? It's all pointless anyway. Then there's active nihilism, the kind that burns it all down to make way for something new. It's destructive, yes, but also creative. It seeks to destroy illusions in order to find a deeper truth. In modern times, nihilism has taken on many faces. In art, it appears as bleakness and rebellion. In pop culture, we see characters like the Joker or Rick from Rick and Morty, who laugh at meaning and play with chaos. In politics, nihilism can look like extreme distrust of systems, leaders, even reality itself. And yet, most of us wrestle with it quietly, in moments of grief, in moments of crisis, when our plans fail, when we ask, what's the point? But here's the twist. Nihilism doesn't have to be the end. Some thinkers argue it can be the beginning. By tearing away false meanings, nihilism clears the ground. And on that ground, we can build something more authentic, something personal. Instead of inherited values, we choose our own. Instead of blind belief, we embrace conscious living. Albert Camus, another philosopher, offered a striking image. He said life is absurd, like a man condemned to push a boulder up a hill, only for it to roll back down again and again. But instead of despair, Camus said, one must imagine Sisyphus happy. Why? Because even in a meaningless world, we are free to choose how we respond. So what is nihilism? It is the confrontation with emptiness, the silence after the old beliefs fall away, but also, maybe, the space where new meaning can be born. It's not an easy idea. It forces us to look into the void. But in doing so, it asks the most important question of all. If nothing is given meaning, what meaning will you choose to give? Thank you for listening to Explained Under 5 Minutes. If this episode helped you find a little more clarity, consider subscribing and sharing with someone who could use it too. Until next time, stay strong, stay present, and stay curious.